Marcus Hale stepped into his small apartment, shoulders heavy, eyes fixed on an envelope lying on the kitchen table. Rain tapped against the window, matching the rhythm of his racing thoughts. Today, the numbers would speak, and Marcus knew nothing could be ignored anymore. He knew the envelope contained the truth. $15,000 in debt stared back at him without mercy. Marcus sank into a chair, the weight of years of poor choices pressing down. The small apartment felt smaller, every object reflecting past mistakes and quiet failures. The legal pad lay next to him, waiting. He picked up a pen and began writing, tallying every debt, every minimum payment, every loan. Seeing it all laid bare made it worse, and clearer. Clarity whispered a dangerous possibility. Maybe he could fight back. Marcus stared at the balance on his bank app, $214.36. $200 to start the impossible. For the first time in years, the numbers didn't paralyze him. Instead, they focused him, shaping a fragile hope, a quiet plan that could finally shift the chaos into control. He wrote at the top of a blank page, the $200 challenge. It felt almost silly, yet powerful. $200 was small enough to hold, manageable, enough to begin. Marcus exhaled, a quiet determination settling into his chest for the first time in months. The next days blurred into calculation and restraint. Every dollar spent was measured, every purchase considered. Marcus walked past cafes, resisted old habits, and for the first time, small victories began stacking up. Each dollar saved was a step toward control he never thought possible. He tried reselling thrift store items. First purchase, a jacket that could bring small profit online. Marcus photographed, listed, and waited. Every notification pinged his heart faster. When it sold, a strange relief washed over him. Momentum had begun, small and careful, but real. Setbacks arrived, packages went missing, platform disputes froze funds. Marcus felt panic flare, but instead of reacting recklessly, he cooked a simple meal, briefed, and waited. Patience became a weapon, not frustration. He learned to survive setbacks without surrendering momentum. Months passed, the first debts fell. Marcus paid carefully, one by one, noting victories in his notebook. Each cleared balance brought a quiet satisfaction, proof of mastery over his life. Debt was no longer an abstract monster, it was a structure he could dismantle piece by piece. By the 9th month, Marcus crossed the threshold, total debt under control. He walked past old haunts, smiled quietly at restraint, and realized control wasn't about wealth, it was about identity. Discipline had reshaped him, and freedom felt possible, gentle, patient, and earned. Marcus leaned back in his chair, notebook open, realizing for the first time how much he had learned. Each misstep, every small win, every careful decision had shaped him. Debt was no longer a threat, it was a teacher, quiet, patient, and unforgiving. That evening, Kevin called. Drinks? Marcus stared at the phone, remembering old nights of wasted money. He typed a careful reply. Maybe another night. For the first time, refusing temptation felt natural, a quiet proof of his growing control over both money and impulse. Late-night shipments kept him busy, but a sense of calm settled. Packages lined the floor, organized meticulously. Marcus moved efficiently, labeling, photographing, preparing. Each action deliberate, a rhythm of small victories, a choreography of discipline, proving that patience was as profitable as money itself. Setback hit. A shipment was lost. A dispute froze funds. Marcus felt panic flare. Old reflexes screamed to spend, swipe, escape. Marcus paused, breathed, prepared a simple meal, and waited. Resilience became his shield, patience his weapon, proving freedom was more than clearing numbers, it was mastering self. By the end of the 5th month, Marcus's balance rose steadily. The notebook filled with arrows, stars, reminders, patterns emerged, decisions became smarter, momentum replaced fear. Marcus felt competent for the first time in years, a quiet pride radiating from his posture and expression. Then came the first major mistake. A purchase he shouldn't have made sat unsold for weeks. Anxiety rose, old panic flared. Marcus stared at the screen late into the night. He considered quitting, but something inside refused. He lowered the price and accepted the loss, learning cost of growth. Slowly, sales recovered. By the 3rd month, Marcus turned $200 into $612.44. He didn't celebrate loudly. The victory was quiet, internal. Discipline was transforming him, teaching him patience, resilience, and careful thinking. Money had become a reflection of skill, not luck or chaos. One evening, Marcus walked home from work. His car had failed again. Mechanic gave estimate, painful, unavoidable. He could swipe and ignore lessons learned, or pay cash. He paid cash, feeling the sting, but also the quiet power of responsibility and choice over fear. Marcus returned to the thrift store the following weekend, wiser now. He passed on mediocre items, trusted judgment, and kept notes. Patterns were clear, what moved quickly, what didn't. He learned to pick with patience. Each small choice became part of a bigger strategy, building confidence silently. Weeks later, Marcus caught himself humming as he cleaned the kitchen. Life felt lighter, routine empowering. Discipline had become rhythm. He understood freedom wasn't in a balance sheet, it was in choices, in deliberate actions, and in the quiet, persistent work of mastering self before money. Marcus sat at the table, notebook open, reviewing all sales, shipments, and remaining debt. The numbers felt smaller, manageable, almost friendly. He realized progress wasn't just about money, it was about patience, learning, and trust in himself. Every entry reflected lessons hard-earned and quietly celebrated. A late-night phone call from his sister broke his solitude. They spoke about life, struggles, and small victories. Marcus realized connection, not money, gave him perspective. Her laughter reminded him that discipline didn't isolate, it sharpened, allowed him to thrive while staying grounded. Weeks passed. The final debt remained, small but symbolic. Marcus stared at the number on his screen. No panic, no hesitation. He prepared mentally, understanding that paying it off would mark the culmination of months of discipline, patience, and resilience. The final payment was deliberate, unhurried. Marcus exhaled as confirmation appeared, $0.00. No fireworks, no dramatic celebrations, just a quiet, profound relief. Months of consistent choices had crystallized into freedom. Debt had been defeated, not by luck, but by steadfast action. Marcus looked around his apartment, unchanged but transformed in meaning. Objects no longer reminded him of failure, but of persistence. He walked through rooms with a quiet confidence, noticing light, textures, and space differently. Control, not chaos, defined this home now. That evening, Marcus stepped onto the balcony, city lights beginning to flicker. He inhaled deeply, feeling both accomplished and cautious. Freedom wasn't a destination, it was daily choices, quiet resilience, and measured patience. He realized the challenge had changed him more than the money ever could. A week later, Marcus walked past his favorite cafe, resisting the impulse to splurge on coffee. He smiled at the memory of past habits and felt gratitude. Self-discipline had become second nature. Choices no longer required struggle, they had become instinct, subtle and empowering. At work, he handled tasks with calm efficiency. Emails, calls, and small crises no longer triggered panic. Marcus realized the confidence extended beyond finances. It permeated life. Control had become identity. Stability felt natural, not forced, and every action reinforced the version of himself he wanted to embody. That evening, Marcus cooked a simple meal, the kitchen glowing with soft light. He reflected on months of discipline, patience, and small victories. Happiness wasn't extravagant, it was quiet, consistent, earned through deliberate choices that reinforced control and fostered a life built on resilience. Marcus lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. The envelope on the table months ago felt like another life. The $200 had never been magic. It was the choices, the patience, the persistence that mattered. Finally, he understood. Freedom arrived quietly, earned through mastery of self. Dawn broke, and Marcus stepped onto his balcony, coffee in hand. The city awoke around him, bright and buzzing, yet he felt serene. Debt was gone, routines were mastered, and life stretched ahead with possibility. He smiled quietly, savoring control over money and self alike. He opened the notebook one last time, flipping through filled pages. Each number, each note, each small victory told the story of resilience. Marcus understood now that money had been a teacher, but discipline, patience, and deliberate choice had been the real rewards. Afternoon light filled the apartment as Marcus prepared to leave. He packed his small bag, looked around, and felt pride in the space that had witnessed his transformation. The apartment was unchanged, but he was different, more focused, grounded, and quietly free. Evening approached, and Marcus walked through streets he once rushed past. He noticed details, smiled at small signs of life, and appreciated ordinary beauty. Freedom wasn't loud, it was walking deliberately, observing, and knowing that every choice had brought him here. Night fell, and Marcus returned home, closing the door behind him. He looked around his apartment, notebook tucked away, packages cleared. The $200 challenge was complete. Freedom was quiet, earned, and profound. He lay in bed, exhaling deeply, finally at peace with himself and his life.